My name is Anjali, and I am an undergraduate student at Duke, along with being the founder of School for a Village. School for a Village is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that aims to bridge the gap in science and technology education for underserved secondary schools around the world. We work individually with schools in India and Kenya to really understand their local context, understand their needs, understand their stories, and then take all of that to best determine how to support them. I think oftentimes we have nonprofits that come into communities and don't really understand the local context and don't really understand the schools and the students that they aim to work with. And so for me, it was really important to make sure that we were as community-centric as possible. And so that means investing considerable time into understanding the schools, understanding the communities, understanding the students, because from that we can then design the best solutions, solutions that are driven by the community and that are owned by the community. But it's really important to me that we build a relationship with our communities and we build trust, and we have teams on the ground that go and visit the schools and get to know the students. We really prioritize being community-centric and staying in our schools long-term and just being there for them. So School for a Village is actually very deeply rooted in my family history. It, to me, represents my grandfather's legacy. My grandfather grew up in a community in India called Bajoy, and when he was a child, there was no school in that community. And so after he retired, he actually went back and decided to start a school there. And to me, in high school, I just really wanted to do whatever I could to support his school. And so at the time, that school was not completing the entirety of the national curriculum because they didn't have access to the science laboratory resources necessary. But at that point, I'd become so engrossed in this work and I just totally fell in love with it. And so I wanted to figure out how I could formalize upon that experience, and that's how School for a Village was born. And it's just been a really incredible journey. There was a project that we did a couple years ago at a school called Daraja Academy. They're an all-girls boarding school for students coming from homes of material poverty. And because they bring girls from all over the country, girls are coming in at different points where they have different backgrounds in their education. And so we worked to bring in a personalized virtual librarian system called Chuzito into that school so that we could then support the school and have the girls access resources that were a better fit for their individual levels. And so that program has been absolutely incredible to see because it shows us that oftentimes solutions do exist in the world, right? It's just about getting those solutions to the right places. You know, oftentimes we talk to schools and we think, oh, we saw something that could be a perfect fit here. So it's very much focused on really trying to figure out where can we add value, and sometimes that means bringing in other solutions. And so to me, as we continue growing, my goal is very simple, and it's just to do more and to do it better because there's always something to learn and there's always more that we can do.